In the animal world, the most important, the most primitive, the most fundamental instinct is fear. Without fear, there is no warning, nor any flight. Without fear, there's no strategy of defense. Live and survive. That is the law of nature. Genes program animals to perpetuate their species, to avoid death on the savannah in the face of danger, in the face of the unknown. Fear can mean survival. Rwanda, the land of the thousand hills. In the west, Akagera National Park covers large expanses of savanna, forests and lakes. Here, there are no natural predators, at least not yet. And zebras roam in peaceful indifference. Sasabe antelopes, also known as topis, live on the plains. The males sense the coming breeding season. The females do not fear their eagerness. A male impala inhales the odor, full of pheromones, through which he recognizes the available females. In the trees where the baboons loll, on the prairies, where the zebras and the wildebeest frolic. By the banks of the lakes, where the hippos reign. In every direction, nothing whatsoever troubles the tranquility of the Akagera National Park. But lions are soon to be introduced into the park. Without predators, the herbivores here have proliferated, and the competition for food risks desertifying the savanna and prairies. The lions, imported from South Africa, have traveled more than 2,500 kilometers to reach the park. When they awake, the lions discover a new territory to conquer. It will be the first time in several dozen years that lions have been seen at Akagera. The giraffes are the first to understand that something in the olfactory landscape of the plain has changed. They recognize an odor that they have never smelt before. For the moment, nothing else attracts their attention except this musky scent. A smell which they do not yet recognize as a signal of danger. In order to repopulate the national park with predators, great care has been taken to choose an experienced female. She is 11 years old. Under a tree, her son recuperates from the general anesthetic with 2 other lionesses. 17 lions have been reintroduced into Akagera. There will be a before and an after. Spotted hyenas are content to feed on the carcasses of animals that have died because they were weak, ill, or old. Hyenas are predominantly scavengers. Here at Akagera, the disproportion between the number of herbivores and that of predators is such that, in the absence of lions, the hyenas merely have to feed on dead animals. Here it's not necessary for them to attack living prey as they would normally do elsewhere. Impalas and scavengers mingle in total indifference, each living their lives in peaceful coexistence. At times, the hunter becomes the hunted. This tranquility, this relaxed lifestyle, will soon be but a memory. The lions wake up and discover their new territory. In order to survive, herbivores have certain adaptations that allow them to detect danger at a distance. Some adaptations are morphological, such as extremely mobile ears, or eyes placed on both sides of the head in order to enlarge their field of vision. For topis, this is not enough. Standing sentry on top of a heap of soil, a topi carefully watches the horizon. An individual serves as a sentinel. In case of danger, its raucous cry warns the other herbivores. When night falls, these large antelopes huddle tightly together for additional protection. The lions are still far away, but against an enemy that will soon be there, fear is the best defense. But it is essential to know what to be afraid of and why. A young rhinoceros, whose horn has only just started to grow, spends its days close to its mother. For the youngster, each new encounter is a new lesson. Its mother treats the hyenas with indifference. But the youngster is intrigued. It examines these creatures carefully, but it's unaware that they can be dangerous. Fear is born just as much from instinct as from learning. The scavengers boldly defy the rhinoceros, but without going so far as to attack. The hyena's cry finally frightens the rhino away. From now on, the young rhino will associate this cry with the hyena's smell. From now on, their cry and their odor will trigger the instinct of fear and provoke flight. The wildebeest are the foot soldiers of the savanna. They follow the seasonal cycle of the grasslands. The autumn is short and the grass rich in protein. The wildebeest must then migrate and find nourishment elsewhere, to a spot that has been spared on the drying savanna, thus following an immense and unending cycle of migration. Unlike the other herbivores at Akagera, the wildebeest have already confronted predators. The zebras, however, are still unaware of these dangers, dangers that watch them from the banks of the watering holes. An odor signals the danger. Immediately, an alarm cry ensues. That is the strength of the chosen victims. In the case of doubt, fear paralyzes thought and triggers either combativity or flight. The long journey that the Akagera lions have made has deprived them of any points of reference. They still hunt half-heartedly, but fear has already put the herbivores to flight. An elephant lies dead. Vultures gather around the carcass. They're common African vultures, or gyps. They compete for every last scrap of fat, skin, and tendon. But the vultures are not the only ones to appreciate this meal. The hyenas feel that they have the right to a free meal as well. So a battle of intimidation begins. It's a question of who frightens who. Scientists at Akagera have observed that the arrival of the lions has increased the hyenas' aggressivity. The scavengers have deserted the areas where the lions live and are now more aggressive than before. When finally satiated, the hyenas abandon the carcass and leave it to the vultures. A marabou stork has come to join in. Its technique is very crude. Outnumbered by the ferocious vultures, it's content to snatch a few scraps of meat from here and there. The marabou stork is a second-rate thief. Before the arrival of the lions at Akagera, a few leopards had managed to eke out a meager subsistence. Leopards are solitary animals that often rest in trees. They drag their prey up into the branches, unless it's already there. In a nearby tree, a group of vervet monkeys have taken up residence. They live in groups of 10 to 70 individuals. The trees supply them with leaves, fruit, lizards, and locusts. For the leopards, vervets are a target. Vervets have 4 distinct alarm calls. One for eagles, one for pythons, one for baboons, and one for leopards. Infant vervets learn to distinguish them and to use them as soon as they're born. The cry alone is sufficient to trigger fear, even when the predator is still unseen. After the cry comes the flight. In the bush, the advantage belongs to those who know what to be afraid of and to those who flee. The lions are getting over their initial torpor. They spot 2 young warthogs. They are adult males. And the chase begins. Despite the skill used by the lionesses to conceal themselves, the warthogs smell the predators and flee. Instinct imposes fear. When an unknown odor, along with a brutal interruption into the field of vision, puts life in danger. The lions take advantage of the night in order to hunt. The lionesses of the pride have found a more consistent meal. The frightened warthogs easily escape them. But at night, an overconfident buffalo has fallen prey to their fangs. This young elephant would make a delicious and restorative feast after such a long journey. Elephants are migratory. Females live in groups and are led by the oldest cow, the matriarch, who knows by experience that lions attack the weakest of the group. The fear of a single individual thus triggers collective defensive behavior. A veritable wall rises around the most vulnerable animal. The lionesses have no chance. Time has passed. During their long trek to the south of Akagera, the females have given birth. A lioness generally bears a litter of 4 cubs, after a gestation that is usually less than 4 months. And now, a second generation of Akagera lions has arrived. The father of the cubs is an old, sick lion who is threatened by the arrival of the young, defiant males. The lionesses are on their guard. The presence of these males indicates to the lionesses that a tragedy may occur at any time. They form a united front against the intruders, who are waiting for the right moment to strike. Time seems to stand still. The female lions have temporarily prevented the intrusive males from appropriating the harem and killing the cubs born of another father. Conquering males must reset the biological clock of the females so that they are once again fertilizable. Fear, when it isn't dictated by instinct, can be taught and learned. The wildebeest will soon undertake a long migration. The newly born calves must be taught the virtues of flight. But first, they have to stand up and walk. After they're on their legs, they can snort for a while. But they must also learn how to escape their enemies. Two young males surround the novice. They push him, they jostle him, they teach him. In the guise of a game, they actually teach him how to escape from danger. The long line of animals quickly begins to move forward. In single file, they move along the same trails year after year. The migration has begun. Advancing in a line is a strategy. The animals walk one behind the other. Grouped together, the wildebeest are not so vulnerable. Predators are more likely to attack isolated prey that are easier to hunt. Other herbivores, such as zebras, join the herd if they are so inclined. Sometimes the animals need a halt. This tired young zebra must rest and regain its strength. Here the herd can prepare for its dangerous trek. A mother rallies her infant. She reassures him and lets him know that she'll be close at hand in both good times and bad. The young zebra falls asleep under the care of his elders. Is he ready for such a rough challenge? Obstacles await him, and he's going to need all his strength in order to surmount them. A river, a place to drink, but it's also a danger. The river must be crossed before the journey can continue. Beneath the waters, terror lies. But many of the animals don't realize this. The younger ones watch their elders. For them, fear becomes learning through imitation. The zebras are still nervous. Noises, cries, and unfamiliar smells resonate like so many warning signs. The river itself is an obstacle, and not the least. But it must be crossed. One brave zebra attempts to cross. For the others, this is a signal. He safely reaches the other side. A wildebeest wants to follow suit, but here, the smallest error can be fatal. He stumbles. The zebras are ready to turn back. But the leader is alone on the other side of the river. What should he do? Wait for the herd to join him? Or recross the river and return to them? A frightening cacophony of cries makes him panic. None of the animals move a muscle. Sometimes fear paralyzes action. The crocodiles lie in wait. The brave leading zebra decides to cross the river again in the opposite direction. But he's young. Does he understand the danger that he's running as he confronts his fear? This time, luck is on the side of the bold. But the migration must proceed. The animals must eventually return and cross the river. A little further into the savannah, a male impala, recognizable by his majestic horns, stands guard over his harem. The impala is one of the most widespread antelope species on the East African savanna. It's also choice prey for large predators. That's why the impala's highly mobile ears are always on the alert for the least unexpected sound. But during the breeding season, there's nothing like inhaling the smell of female pheromones. Because when frightened, the impala has another alarm system, hidden in his hindquarters under the tail. When the animal is alarmed, its tail stands up, revealing a white spot that's visible from afar and that signifies danger. Once more, it's the signal itself and not the predator that triggers fear and salutary escape. And the impala has an extra advantage for survival. It can jump as much as 2.5 meters in a single bound. For predators, Akagera is a land of plenty. The lionesses are dreaming of the feasts to come. Very soon, hunting will begin again. The giraffes are fretful and on their guard, but they needn't worry too much. One swift kick and a giraffe can kill a lioness. Lionesses hunt casually. Their prey consists of young animals who are still learning. It's not important if they're successful or not. Life will be easy. Prey is abundant, available, and easy to surprise. For the moment, this one is stunned and realizes that his world has changed. From now on, survival will be hard. A fight, a race for life. In nature, what doesn't happen one day will happen later. The animals have retreated from the river, but it must eventually be crossed. For on the other side, the grass will soon be greener. Only timeless instinct knows this and dictates the zebra's behavior. With every meter, there's another danger, for with every meter, a new terror may appear. And yet nothing can oppose the law of instinct. The animals must cross the river at all costs. A courageous young zebra attempts to cross for the very first time in its life. The older zebras know the cost of moving too slowly through these Nile crocodiles. The Nile crocodile is larger than any other reptile, and from his Jurassic cousins, he has inherited a horny skin covering bony plates, as well as enormous strength and a brain that is reduced to its simplest form. Crocodiles eat an average of 50 meals a year. For them, this migration is an opportunity to gorge themselves in preparation for the leaner times to come. Every year, they wait for the moment when the earth begins to tremble under the pounding thunder of the migrants' hooves. The young zebra that has crossed the river has won both his first battle as well as his place in the pasture lands of the north. And he has discovered fear and learned to overcome it. Storms, lightning, and thunder. Young animals fear them at the beginning of their life. They haven't yet learned that fear serves no purpose against the inevitable. While the wildebeest flee in panic, elephants muster together against such danger. Evolution has endowed herbivores with fear in order to alert and protect them. Fear is with them constantly. Only the lions can afford the luxury of forgetting it. Once the terror of the infanticidal males has been forgotten, the cubs can use their mother's tail as a game. A herd of buffalo has approached. The lions have killed several of them. But fear has hardened them, And instead of running away, they attack. Lions are often gored by buffaloes. This female fears for her cub, the sole survivor of infanticide by an intruding male. The cub is now on its own. The buffaloes have formed a strong wall around the lioness. She waits for them to disperse before approaching her cub. This is all it takes to awaken the cub's fear of being abandoned, a universal feeling among the young of all large mammals. The lioness is still waiting. The wait seems endless. The cub takes shelter. Sometimes the chances of surviving are increased when one learns to overcome fear rather than being overwhelmed by it. The buffaloes have left. The mother can now go to look for her cub. Every moment of terror is a lesson. Remaining inconspicuous when danger is near, associating the smell of your enemies with fear, discovering how to wait to avoid betraying your presence, and learning from your mother, who you thought you'd lost and who you would not leave for anything in the world. The Akagera lions have come from the south in order to establish a new territory. But a troop of baboons now controls this prairie. A prairie where food is plentiful. With wild looks, wide-opened protuberant eyes, fear transforms their expressions. Rivals are preparing to invade their territory. These expressions are a double-edged sword. They transfer fear to the rest of the troop and strengthen it. But they are also a signal to the lions that the baboons feel vulnerable and that they can be attacked with confidence. It doesn't take long to decide, and the former occupants prefer to leave. The old lion, attacked by the young males who want to confiscate his territory, has fought the new rivals, but lost. Wounded and outcast, he must now live alone. Among lions, it's the females who hunt. Without them, male lions are no more than scavengers. And the once majestic lion is now but a rival to the vultures. On the savannah, such a decline is a prelude to death. Meanwhile, the four males who had humiliated and sent him away are going to try to conquer the now unprotected females. The protagonists size each other up. Each camp is waiting for the other to take action, or for the tension to create fear and fault. The females move off, and the males follow them. The lioness lies down, which means she's given up the fight. And now the lioness resists. She's trying to cope, but fear is stronger. A third female, paralyzed by fear, has allowed herself to be pushed into a ditch. She tries roaring to reverse the mechanism of fear. But this fails. Terrified, she gives up the fight and moves off as far as she can. She will not see her sisters or her territory again. Her escape has led her to the old, wandering lion. They keep their distance from one another, but necessity prevails. She'll hunt for him. And though he is old and weak, he still has some of his capacity to provoke fear. He'll protect her as much as he can. They set out in search of a new territory, in another region where no other lions have ever hunted before. Combat, carnage, rejection, infanticides. With these lions that came from afar, fear spread like wildfire through Akagera. In this land repopulated by predators, fear is law.